Hello guys, and welcome back to episode 2 of my Turda campaign playing on the Allied side. Today we're going to be starting with a bit of a bloodbath. We previously had a fantastic defense on the left flank. The 5th Engineer Battalion held against all 3 battalions of the Replacement Regiment 7, and they've all been disorganized. So we're able to just completely wipe these out. So we'll click Prepare Battle, right click, Tactical Battle, and boom, there they go. And we'll be able to do the same with the next one and the next one. They're all gone. There's nothing close enough to help them out, so they've just been completely destroyed. Yeah, it's a good start. We are going to want to attack the Replacement Regiment, the 2nd Battalion, the Replacement Regiment 9. So we're probably going to do that with the 10th Cavalry Regiment here. So let's basically start by doing that. We'll bring in the 10th Cavalry Regiment, we'll bring in the Heavy Training Artillery Regiment, and we'll bring in some aircraft. So we'll just bring some fighters in case they try and back that up. But otherwise, this should be a pretty simple battle, and then we can get to moving the rest of our stuff in our turn, which will most likely be defensive. Like, we're probably not going to make too many more offensive attacks. We could maybe make some here and there, like this one attacking the 3rd Battalion, the Replacement Regiment, like the 7th Border Guards. Maybe better. Maybe able to do it. We'll see. Anyway, let's get on with this one. We'll Tactical Battle, set it to AI, and in we go. We have arrived, and as you may have noticed, I've turned on the auto deploy menu so we can easier see what it is we're playing against and what we're playing with. So in this case, we're playing against the 2nd Battalion of the 9th Replacement Regiment, and we have the 10th Cavalry Regiment, the 1st Battalion of the 7th Heavy Training Artillery Regiment, and the 2nd Fighter Group. So we shall manual deploy, and then I'll be back with you in just a moment once all of the troops are down. Okay, so that was pretty quick. I just put down basically 4 Kalabashi mortar with 2 Kalabashi and maybe some AT guns, and that's basically it. It's like across the entire front, that is. Every place that we need to go, we have that combination of troops. That gives us like the snipers for the 1,000 meter range, and also we have like double MGs in all of these Kalabashi mortar. They're really good. Double MG42 squads. Really nice. The Kalabashi themselves, I mean, they've got 7 semi-automatic rifles plus the sniper, so super strong infantry. And then we've also got some MGs that are going to be helping secure this town. I could probably use some over on this side as well, but we're just going to go ahead and launch, get things underway, and I'll probably just like back myself up with some artillery, probably. Get the 105s in, or I could just like maybe purchase a couple of these bombers and rocket boys. That's probably a better choice, actually. Much quicker for taking out individual infantry squads that basically get in the way. Once we get to our destination, we will unload, and then I'll just spread them out, or basically run through the flags. I think we'll just overwhelm our enemy, because we have 3 battle groups, or 3 battalions, whilst they only have 1. So we're going to have way more points to start with than they do. We also have way more reinforcements, which is going to allow me to purchase these IARs quite quickly. I'm going to be able to get both the rocket ones on the first tick. Looks like there's not actually too much happening on that left side, so we'll just keep going. I'm not sure if I want to go that far up. Okay, well, unload, that was a good timing actually, because of the body meld there, but these can unload there, these can unload here, and we'll let those go up a little bit further up. Yeah, there is a little unit in there. Okay, cool. All of these need to unload, and we'll have them cross the open there. So large engagement here. We'll get the SB or ZB 53s to move forwards with us to provide covering fire. Otherwise, we're going to be moving up on the left there and move through those trees in order to secure more flags. We're already at a 15-9, so off to a good start. These can also kind of spread out in this direction. Bunch of units there, the Turda Lake Lorbis. They've been told to take the hill. The Kararashimoto will have something to say about that. The Turda Lake Lorbis really not standing a chance. Okay, onwards we go. So we want to try and take all these flags as quickly as possible. If we can get to like a total victory on flags, it'll be fantastic. We'll try and grab this one on the right. We'll go and grab this one. These ones are probably going to have to go through the town and try and get to the one further back. I'm going to zoom in here and select all of those and spread them out. Wonderful. Right, we just push through to that flag. Left should be covered. Let's get these IARs in. We'll do bombing strikes. Just want to finish off these units as quickly as possible. We'll get a nice rocket strike in there. Awesome. And then we got the bombing strikes coming in. And didn't manage to hit the target. This one, peaky couple 50 kilogram bombs. And same deal there. We'd actually probably be better off just strafing with those, because 50 kilogram bombs are not very effective. But we'll let all of those go home. And we're already 21-3. That was very fast. Yeah, they barely have anything to stop us. We'll just run them down. All of these can push towards the flag on the backside there. We basically have 2 minutes and 50 seconds to secure the remaining flags. May take that amount of time. Could always bring in some more reinforcements that can push straight onto the flags. We get all of these remaining Kararashimoto and the Kararashi. They can all just zoom up the road once it's clear. We'll just speed it up a bit. I'll keep an eye on the whole map from the side. Captured that flag. It seems like a lot of reinforcements coming down this road. So let's bring in the bombers, because they are already ready to go again. Nice. Good bombs. Push back the 50 mil, push back the rest of the Turda Lake Lore base. Will that be a 24-0? Maybe. Maybe. Let's have a couple of these just keep running forwards. Yeah, there we go. 24-0. That is just a crushing defeat for the enemy. Alright, there it is. 7 minutes, 5 seconds, 38 kills, 0 losses, a perfect game. It's just like the old days. That was a solid victory, and they will be disorganized. Okay, they didn't actually get fully destroyed, but they are isolated, and it means that we can probably destroy them in the following turn, because they'll remain disorganized as long as they're behind our lines. But we want to stop other units from kind of breaking through like that one did. So we're going to close up our ranks a bit. I think what we'll do is I'll move across like this, and we'll bring back the 7th Border Guard here. I could attack this replacement regiment, like 1v1. We've got Granatieri, Schwaloza, 81mm mortars. What do they have? Loves, Schwaloza. No, we're not going to bother. Let's just group these up. They'll be able to defend each other in phase A. I'm also tempted to bring these guys over so these two can defend each other, because if this is bombarded, I can't move it or start it to dig in. So we need extra reinforcements there. But we are up to 8,097 points, which is really good. I can smash a couple of these with bombards if I wanted to stop them from pushing in, but I don't think I do at the moment. I probably want to bombard next turn when we want to dig in, basically. So this turn I can't dig in, but next turn they'll move up, and then I'll bombard them, and then it will give us time to dig in, and then they'll attack us the next turn, hopefully. But either way, we have stuff to do. I'm going to move the rest of the forces, and I'll be back with you in just a moment. All done. Well, let me just take you through it. On the left here, we just moved up our forces, so we got the 16th Training Regiment, all of these training regiments on their way to defend this line. We've also got the Soviet forces coming in down here, so the T-34 Razvedkas in the motorcycle battalion. We've also got the Motor Rifle Brigade coming in, which is bringing the Gvardia, and then there's also a tank brigade, which has the T-34 85 1944s and 1943s in abundance. So that will be a good force for us to break through, but otherwise we've consolidated here. We're bringing up all the reinforcements up the road. We've got our artillery ready to go if needs be for the left side. I have bombarded their artillery. I don't want to bombard the 1st Battalion of the 3rd Tank Regiment because I'm hoping that they will attack, like probably on their own maybe, and then we can kill them off, because I moved up this armored unit, and this armored unit has lots of RESITA. So these are perfect for destroying both the Panzer IVs, Panthers, and also the Tigers. So yeah, this is a good counter, and it's adjacent to this unit, so if they get attacked, they're fine. And we've also got artillery adjacent, so those can join in as well. And on this right side on the bridge, we just dug in. I've moved these forces that were here all the way around so they can back up that bridge. And we've left a sort of screening force on our right flank because of these troops here. I don't know where they're going. We've also dug in this unit because I noticed you can actually cross the river here. So we just dug those in, and we're going to dig in a little bit further up here with these forces once we can get into position. All right, let's go on to the next turn, and we will see what happens next. Because basically I want them to attack me, and then we counterattack and take the advantage that way. So let's move on. So not too much happening, but I have noticed that the Hungarians have started to dig in themselves around Turda. So that's going to be difficult to break down once we make a counterattack. But for now, we're going to be digging in our own on the front here. And I'm going to just dig in here. They might try and go around this, but for now, it's better that we stand those together, because otherwise they'll get isolated and killed individually. I will keep the 10th Cavalry ready to go. I think because this unit doesn't have anything else to defend it in phase A, we can actually tactical battle that and destroy them. So that's good. We can't engage these disorganized units, but it has given time for my training regiments to dig in. So we will have bonkers on the defense there. Otherwise, it's just going to be a matter of moving up all of these forces again. So I'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, that was pretty quick. So I've just moved up the rest of the forces. On the right side, we've moved up, and we'll eventually get them to just sort of surround our dug-in units so that they can all reinforce when needed. We've created a nice defensive line here with a bit of artillery to help out as well. And then we've bombarded the artillery again so that on their next attack, they won't have artillery to help engage. It may also be worth me bombarding their AA so they can't set that up, and then we can make sure we can bring in aircraft. Speaking of aircraft and reinforcements, I can bring in the 8th Close Support Group, so I'm probably going to do that. These are HS-129s, and they have pretty nice payloads. Like, just their main guns are like double sort of 20mm strafing capability, but they've also got like the 30mm. They've got 250-kilogram bombs, some cluster in there, so that'd be really nice if those tanks come after us. So we're going to bring those in, get our Air Force. That has used up 20 of our reinforcement points. There is the ability for me to bring in some extra infantry, but those would come in on this flag, so I don't think that's terribly useful right now. There is this infantry that could come in over here, which would be kind of nice to get going. But for now, yeah, I think having the aircraft's probably going to be more useful. So that's the choice I'm making, and nothing else to do for this turn. I could probably play it a little bit more aggressively, you know, like actually attack with my infantry here towards Turda and kind of stop them from digging in early on. But I don't want to cheese the campaign too much. Let's see how we get on in the next turn. Will we get attacked? Yes, we will. Immediately. Okay, so I'm hoping that they commit to this, because if they do, that would be fantastic. We'll bring in the armored unit, and I kind of want to bring in my HS-129s that I just purchased, although it doesn't look like they're ready for this turn, so we're not going to be able to use those. Maybe the bombers would be nice, but I'm thinking it's probably safer if I just bring in one of the fighter groups, because that way we're covered against enemy aircraft which could come in, which is a big possibility. So we got the tanks, we got the fighters, we need some artillery. I don't mind just bringing the heavy artillery that's close, and then maybe just a phase B unit to join us later on. I mean, like another training division here is absolutely fine. Yeah, that should be enough stuff. All right, let's tactical battle. Looks like they did commit. I guess we'll see once we get in. All right. Yep, it's a full battle, a big one. We've got the 1st Battalion, the 3rd Tank Regiment coming in, the 5th Motorised Battalion, the 6th Motorised Battalion. Both of these we have disorganized before, I think. And then they've got the 2nd Recon Battalion coming in Phase B, and the 2nd Battalion of the 3rd Tank Regiment coming in Phase B. So yeah, lots of tanks. I kind of want them to come in on Phase B, so I don't think we're going to play too aggressively in this game. We'll probably let them take a few flags, go for maybe like the major victory. At least that way, you know, I can kill a lot of stuff in the process. It really depends, because it might get a little bit out of hand. We got the training regiment, we got the armored unit, we got the fighter group, and we got the heavy artillery. They didn't bring any aircraft, so we kind of have freedom on that, but they will have probably Nimrods, so those are pretty scary for our aircraft. I'm probably not going to bring aircraft for the time being unless I really need to like plug a hole. We're going to manual deploy. It's going to take me a while to get these down, because we've got the bunkers to set up and all the defences. We've got barbed wire, we've got trenches, gun pits, we've got loads of infantry, we've got 80 points to spend, so I'll be back with you in just a moment. That took me a while, but we are all set up. And as you can see, it's quite an extensive defensive line. We've got a trench here for the Karashi. All of the Karashi have their own little trenches just so they can hide. I'll probably put them on return fire, probably. We've got our RESITA set up, so there's one that's like up on the high ground, one a little bit lower. We've got the bunkers on the low ground, which will be nice and resilient, so MG bunkers. We've got the Pack 50 covering the road. We got a RESITA in the garden up here with a 45mm. The ZBs are enjoying their gun pits. We've got some Relativish that are just going to be kind of trying to hold ground in the sort of area there. Like in the tree lines, I mean. We got the Kalarashi, we got the RESITA shooting down the road, and the MG42 bunker that's able to shoot all the way across. Same with another RESITA for the back. Like a little bit of defensive depth going on. These two are just like in the gardens up here, able to overwatch quite far. These have 2,000 meter range, so absolutely huge. I could probably do with bringing in a few leaders for those, actually. Let's just drop a couple of Reservisht, maybe. And we'll drop a couple leaders behind these, just to make sure that they have the best rate of fire they can. We've also got mortars set up. We've got some 155 set on counter battery. Let's go ahead and launch. And we'll get ready for what is a pretty intense battle, is what it's going to be. So the first of the Panthers arriving. Loads of armour on the left-hand side. Tigers, Panthers, Turans. We have all of these set up. I also have the Commandant sat here. He's in his own little trench, giving extra veterancy to the RESITA, so that's nice. These are already engaging, which is great. See if we can take out the Panther quickly. Oh, the gun jam, first hit, boom, dead. I don't have many of these Panthers, so taking these out is absolutely crucial. Gonna have to babysit the RESITA a little bit. We already hit that one once. We do have a 28% chance of penetration. We have much better rate of fire. Down it goes. Another good kill. Oh, Tate already dead. The hero is taken out. Huge. Big start there for our troops. I will want to bring in some more artillery as soon as possible, so that's going to be the next thing that I do. We'll do sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll do another 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side. This RESITA is going to have to leave. When they start getting attacked like that, we just have to back them up ASAP. If they get low on morale, we just get out of there. Otherwise we can just let them keep smashing that armor. Most of their Panthers are already dead, I think. And the Panzer IVs, they don't have the range to fight back against the RESITA, so that should be absolutely fine. I'm going to move this RESITA forwards a little bit. I think it's just suffering from line of sight there. Good kill, good kill. That was perfect timing, because otherwise the RESITA might have died, and I really don't want the RESITA to die. Right, we'll do another 4 over here. Artillery. More big kills happening. And the RESITA AT guns firing away. Really good stuff. Panther 4 taken out. Going to be another one. Have 100% penetration against those Panther 4s. Easy kills. That Panther could be a little bit of a problem. The 50mm is engaging. Just going to put it on hold fire. We'll hope that that shows side armor, and then we can shoot it in the side. Boom. There we go. Otherwise it would just be like direct firing the bunker there, which would be less than ideal. These RESITA, they also have HE, so they're going to be just using that up pretty fast. We'll bring up some supply for these. These two RESITA will have full back. I might have one come back and stay on that ridge, and then this one can just come all the way back. Just so they don't get killed off, because those are very, very important assets. We have currently got the 21-3. It's a total defeat for the enemy in 11 minutes, which is good because they are going to get to Phase B, and hopefully in Phase B they'll just rush a load of tanks at us again. Let me move the supply vehicle away from that mortar slightly, because otherwise when it dies it will blow up the mortar as well, which would be bad. Okay, otherwise we want to bring in some more supply. We'll bring in artillery leaders for these artillery. I'll do the same for this side. We'll get an artillery leader in, we'll get another supply. The pack there is doing a good job. Being engaged by the Panzer 3, but should be able to kill off the Panzer 3. Or the Panzer 4 destroyed. Yeah, we're absolutely demolishing this armor. This is going really well for us. Yeah, let's unload those. Unfortunately, in Steel Division, you can't like replenish your squads at all. I kind of like it, to be honest. I think it's a bit more realistic. With that, I should say go. Yeah, bringing in supply for these is actually going to be pretty important. We need this one to come back up onto the ridge. Those can all unload. And we'll just have them on fire well. The reason I want him in the back garden is because it gives him concealment and a little bit of cover. Also better line of sight from there. So you can see we're just able to chew up the Panzer IVs. These Venatori Moto are just kind of in there because they are holding the front line forwards. You have to be a bit careful with this Panzer IV. Okay, with that happening, we'll just switch these about. This one will move up onto the ridge behind. Okay, the other thing is we need to worry about now is because most of the armour is dead, they're going to start spamming infantry until they have more. So we'll bring up some Venatori Moto that can take control of this tree line. And maybe I do just want to sit on the total victory. That would be really good for us. So I'm going to bring up a bunch of Venatori Moto in the middle here to maintain control over those three flags. We're just going to move like so. We'll keep these Venatori Moto able to shoot out to the right. Make sure that RESITA targets the Panzer IV. Right, these can be on fire well as well. Good. Look at the burning field there. Huge work done by the RESITA. Probably pull that back. We do have the Venatori Moto coming in there, so we'll just make sure they unload in good time. More Panzer IVs getting chewed up by our AT guns. These just have such crazy rate of fire, it's just ridiculous. That's the Panzer IV taken care of. Okay, they've got some coming in to close quarters now. I think as soon as they come through there though, the RESITA can engage, so that Tiger's in trouble now. It's still only phase A, so we're ripping through the armour of the 1st Battalion and the 3rd Tank. I don't think we'll have much time to engage the armour of the 2nd Battalion, but they will still be disorganised, so this could be the breakthrough that I was waiting for. Gotta make sure that these are sitting on these flags. And we're going to sit behind that building. I'm just going to turn them to idle so that we can sit behind there. They'll be lost. We're just going to be bouncing that all day long. We've got a 1% penetration chance. Can we engage if I move across the RESITA? And shoot, there's a B. So yeah, there you go. That'll do the trick. Another Tiger will be dead shortly. Right, phase B coming about. We may see even more armour. Although this is a lot of those tanks there. But hopefully. The other good thing about this is these are basically acting as artillery as well. Just pinning down these infantry out in the open. Very easily indeed. This tiger may cause problems, because it's just done 2 damage there to my RESITA, so we're just going to fall that back. At close range, the 75 I think should be able to kill it. I need to move this across a little bit further. Commander Turan. Be dead. The artillery is landing on the tiger, so that's okay. Could do the trick. Waves of Turans coming in. Maybe the 2nd battalion is just full of Turans. That could be the case, actually. And that would be fine, to be honest. Good tiger kill. It's just an absolute massacre. I think we set up the defenses really, really well, and that is paying off a lot. I'm going to move this RESITA forwards again. I don't think anything here should be able to outrange us. If another tiger or something turns up, then we could be in trouble. But I just want to get as many kills as I can. Really do as much damage as possible to the 2nd Battalion and 3rd Tank Regiment. The 75mm gun there will engage if they come to the left a little more. I've actually run out of AP shells on the left here. Probably not enough time to replace them. Brilliant, Mortar went down. 75mm getting involved. We've also got a 45mm bunker here. Oh, we lost the RESITA, no. Ah, the Turan. Got the shot on target. I was really hoping to avoid losing any of them by the end of the battle. But the Turans, they do have a big HE shell, so if they get in range, they are able to do a decent amount of damage. Alright, there it is. Nice. 13 minutes. 32 seconds. That was pretty good. Alright, 226 kills, 3 losses. Just the most insane kill lists. That is probably the majority of their armor destroyed in like one battle. Okay. So overall, they lost 28 Panzer IVs. That's a lot. They lost 4 Panthers, actually 5, including their hero, which is Tartae. They lost 5 of their Tigers. I would say that unit is, yeah, pretty dead. Good stuff, though. Let's see what that does to their forces. Completely disorganized. Wow. So there's a chance I think I can destroy this one on the right side here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to like follow up on an attack with the 2nd and 1st, but this is our chance to kind of break through. There's a lot of stuff coming from Turda. Wow. Any more attacks? Doesn't seem like it. Alright, it is our turn, and we got to kind of work our way through this jigsaw. So these can defend in phase A. which is a bit awkward. And what we can do is maybe engage this unit with both my training regiments, and then motorized battalion will be called in, the artillery will be called in, and that will then kind of use them up, and then we follow up with an attack on the 1st battalion and the 3rd. Although the 2nd Armored Division HQ will join that one. But it's Toldies, it's Nimrods. It's not that scary, really, is it? Regardless, unfortunately, guys, it has been my time, so I'm going to leave it here. We'll work out what we're going to do next time around. These have all dug in, so we have good defenses here. We just got to get our troops up into position. Yeah, this is getting quite exciting. That was a fantastic battle. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.